latest catalogue is out.
And the prices are always at their best.
And that's guaranteed.
So let's stock up for this week's What's On in the Warehouse.
What's on in the warehouse?
Good afternoon and welcome to FFV Radio in the Mixlr app and mixlr.com/FFV Radio. It's time for kickoff in our Sunday feature game, Bayside United against South Melbourne in NPL Victoria Women's. South Melbourne off to a flying start this season with 2 wins from 2. Bayside hoping to consolidate their position near the top end of the table. Alamein and Calder both unbeaten so far, and Bayside hoping to continue what has been a promising start to them as well. This is Rina Hirano trying a left-footed cross. Lewis able to control the ball, pushed over by Papatsanis, and it's a penalty. Not subtle enough there in the challenge from Sophie Papatsanis, and Connie Lewis feeling the push, went to ground, and a pretty easy decision for the referee Shab Roshan to point to the spot and give Bayside United the chance to take the lead. And Connie Lewis, who won the penalty, is going to be taking it. Cassandra Zaffina waiting on the goal line. Opportunity for Bayside to strike first. It's Lewis. And scoring past Zaffina, who was left flat-footed. Sent it mid-range to the right. And past the outstretched left hand of the goalkeeper to make it Bayside United 1, South Melbourne 0. And Connie Lewis, who has been the bright spark to start this game, has scored the opening goal coming in the 12th minutes. So it is the Canadian Hirano up against Medwin, tangle of legs, ball comes to a stop. Hirano back out of the box to Shearing, swinging it across the face. Lewis totally unmarked and hits the post. Well, that should have been a second for Bayside. South Melbourne with a lucky escape, and Amy Medwin scrambles it away, and the referee, Shab Roshan, actually shushed the Bayside coach there after a shout of protest. Nicolacci hurrying to take the free kick and floating it out to the byline, where it's been turned over the line for a corner. Yes. Now Lewis, early ball. Hirano off and running. Zaffina lured out of the area. Rina Hirano got to the ball, and it's bounced into the back of the net. Amy Medwin was back on the line trying to clear it away, but couldn't succeed in doing so. And Rina Hirano has made it Bayside United 2, South Melbourne 0. Just for a moment there, it looked as though it had bounced on the firm surface high enough to even get into or over the crossbar. But Lesh off the long run up, whipping it into the near post again, flicked through the area and turned in. Molly Burke. Bayside do make it 3 before the break. And as the ball tumbled to the far post, Molly Burke was there and able to guide it into the back of the net. South Melbourne find themselves in a big hole now, and Bayside United, in the closing minutes of the first half, have been able to take this game and blow it right open. Burke scoring just as the game ticked into first half stoppage time. Put it down in the 45th minute, following Hirano's goal for 2-0 in the 41st. And we saw South Melbourne produce the miraculous last week, coming from 2-0 down. Well, now they find themselves in an even more desperate situation as we go to the half-time break. Bayside firmly in control on the scoreboard, and it has to be said, firmly in control of general play as well. Goals to Lewis, Hirano and Burke make it at half-time Bayside United 3, South Melbourne 0. Don't forget, FFV Radio is back in the men's NPL tomorrow night. You can join me at Northcote City versus Melbourne Knights from 6:30 p.m. Bayside to kick off then in the second half. They'll be going against the wind. Wonder if that'll be a factor at all as they get play back underway, leading 3-0 goals to Connie Lewis, who's on the ball at the moment, Rena Hirano, and also Molly Burke. And now Vlahopoulos to Richardson, who's really come out with some purpose in this second half and now driving another long shot into the arms of Maisels. And then you got 0-0 at the bottom of the league. But here's Anvari with a through ball to Zoyce. Top of the area. Zoyce one-on-one against the keeper. And South Melbourne have a foothold back in the game. Good finish from Paige Zoyce. It's South Melbourne 1, Bayside 3, and the sub, Mariam Anvari, playing the through ball to Paige Zoyce, who put it in the back of the net. Melina Ayres had to really make an impact on the game, but this could be the start of something. Able to nick it around Anita Lesh. Lesh doubling back, Ayres keeping the ball at her feet. Some 10 metres from the area, fires a shot just wide to the left. It's Connie Lewis with a long ball. Hirano onside this time. Zafina out of her line. Medwin doubling back to get on the goal line, and Zafina able to get there and affect the shot from Hirano. Medwin blocked it on the line. Harvest follows up, and it's held on to by Zafina. Into the last 10 minutes then, 80th minute on the clock. And now a pass through the right side. Ayres is in for South Melbourne. And Melina Ayres does what she does. It's 3-2. And with 10 minutes remaining, Melina Ayres off the bench. Perhaps, just perhaps, for the second week in a row, is going to try and lead what seemed like an impossible comeback. It is Rena Hirano, who did score Bayside second. Had a couple of other great opportunities to score today. Would have well and truly put this game to bed. But instead she leaves the game with the match very much still alive here in the 87th minute. Bronte James comes on. Bayside have still got Sarah Walsh if they want to make another change, while South Melbourne have got Irene Paraki. Other than that, both teams spare goalkeeper. Here's Amy Medwin breaking down the left side, sweeping ball, Ayres at the far post, and blocked straight off the boot. Ferreira Bass getting back to clear it away. Nicolaci, attempted through ball through the right. Ayres has got a window of opportunity. On a tight angle at the byline, trying to get past Steph Parton, fires a shot, and it's out at the near post for a goal kick. Trying to do it all there on the impossible angle, Melina Ayres. And before the goal kick is even taken, the full-time whistle goes. Bayside do hold on to a very important win, and they continue their perfect start to the season. 3 wins from 3. South Melbourne fall to their first defeat, but not before giving Bayside an almighty scare as they tried to come back from 3-0 down. Full time then at Kingston Heath, and it finishes Bayside United 3, South Melbourne 2.